invite Chloe up because I want you to hear what that looks like when it's lived out. Chloe, if you come, give her a warm welcome as she comes. First of all, I'm so proud of you. Like, it takes a lot of courage to share your story and the things that God is doing in your heart, Chloe, at 18 years old, and the things that he's revealing to you that I don't hear from adults is unbelievable to me. It can only be God because you've allowed this resurrected Jesus to transform your life. When you went to Teen Mother Choices, you weren't coming to church here. You were going to that and going through a really difficult time. What made you decide? Like, I want to hear these guys to hear some of the reasons you made the choices you made. What made you decide to start coming to church here?
Well, I always went to church with my parents, and I never really had a connection with God until I went to TMC, and I saw how Jess and Aaron were just on fire for Jesus, and they just loved him so much, and I wanted to love him like that too, because I didn't know how to love God. I didn't know God loved me. I just thought he was there. He created this world, and he just watched.
Right.
And Jess and Aaron, when I first went to my first service, Dave was up here speaking, and he was just screaming about how much he loved God.
Keep going.
And when you were screaming about God, it made me want to scream too. And I just kept going. And I knew that in this house, it wasn't that it was you that made them on fire. It wasn't this church, it was God.
Yeah, that's huge. She said that earlier, and I know she gets what she's saying when she said what changed her life isn't this church, it's God. It's not, I mean, God uses a church. He uses a people because the church is not a building, it's a people. That's powerful. So you have implied several times that, and it was a couple months ago, I think, when you came up and something happened in that service that was transforming. You've always kind of lived in your mom and dad and grandma and grandpa's faith. Mm-hmm. But something happened that day. Tell me about that.
Well, that day, Alex was up here and he was speaking on the growth series. And he was talking about how trees exist to produce life around them. And I wanted to be like that tree. In the service, I found out all of the trees of the earth are connected by a mycorrhizal network, which is how trees communicate with one another, just like how we communicate in community. Wow. After finding that out, it transformed my faith into being a Sunday Christian to an everyday Christian, because every single cell on this earth has to be godly constructed for everything to be as perfect as it is. And why wouldn't I want to praise our Savior for that?
Wow. And so it was that Sunday you said to me, I need to make this my own faith. This needs to be the journey I am on, not what my parents are on. And in this whole journey, God has transformed your life. Shame was a bigger word. And now there's this word worthy. Share what that word has come to mean to you.
Before I felt what worthy really meant, I felt all of this shame and regret of things I've done, and God was really there to push me to see that I've been worthy this whole time. It's just been me and the devil influencing my mind and my thoughts, holding me back from being who I truly can be.
Yeah, and he had really used that to hold you down.
He did.
But what has it been like to discover what God thinks about you?
It's been breathtaking, because I've been able to do so many things that I've been wanting to do without having to feel shame and feel regret. I've just been able to live in God and feel the fire you feel, and I just want to stand up here and scream about God all the time.
We'll let you. There's a bunch of people sitting in this room right now. This is Easter, where we're talking about Jesus and that he's alive and he's making a difference in our lives. And there are some here who have not engaged a relationship with Jesus for whatever reason, and there are others who have, but maybe it's Maybe they're more Christian than they are a follower of Jesus. And then there's others who are just really experiencing the resurrected Lord. What would you say to this room about what you believe about Jesus and what Jesus means to you? I put her on the spot here on this one, sorry.
I would say that don't ever let the devil hold you back. The devil is like chains on a boat. He's the anchor he's dropping it down, and you just have to pull it back up. And you can't let the devil influence anything you're doing. You have to live with the fire for God. And if you don't, you're just going to be dead.
Yeah.
Dead. You'll be in hell. But if you die, if you truly die, not physically, but on the inside, and you let go of all of your shame and your regrets or any struggle that you've been going through and see that God has put you there to grow, then God will really use you to do whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome. Chloe, we are so proud of you and what God is doing. And this is a resurrection story. And we just want to say thank you for letting us be a part of that. Would you give her just a huge round of applause today? Love you, proud of you.